Okay, got Cowboy here, and just kind of wanted to just show you where we're at and kind of give my initial thoughts. Um, I feel like there is a little bit of PTSD or something here, where um, he acts like something's going to go wrong or something's been wrong, and him and I haven't gotten any wrecks together. Um, First couple times I got on him, he sure wanted to hump up and get going backwards, regardless of like how much warm up I've had on him. And so it was a little sketchy the first couple times, just getting him to go forward and get going somewhere. He just seemed real bound up and trapped feeling. And so I'm just kind of riding him like you might one that's just started, just kind of focused on one rein at a time, going forward. Um, Making sure that he's softening to my hands when I take a hold of him, and being as soft as I can so I'm not too abrasive. And then at the same time, just kind of moving forward and figuring out how much he knows. Uh, and I've entered, and I know it said on that deal that he hadn't had any spurs, and I've introduced spurs to him just because I felt like I could kind of thump on him with my heels all I wanted, and it didn't mean anything to him. And so, um, in my mind, my spurs are kind of like a microphone, I guess. Um, you could hear me if I'm screaming, but you're going to hear me a lot better if I have a microphone and I can amplify what I'm trying to tell him. And we haven't had any issue there. He didn't throw a fit of any kind. And just like right there, if I ask him to move his hip over, he's picked that up pretty quick, um, and hasn't had any objection to that. But just kind of working through these things, I think that he's kind of trying to figure me out a little bit and what I'm asking, and I expect one to be a lot softer and draw to me more and not have so much of that resistance and that rigidity. And he could naturally be that way, or that could be man-made, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just spending a lot of time on going forward, staying soft, um, and then putting together some maneuvers. Uh, Worked a little bit on turnarounds and a little bit on stops, but just more than anything, following your nose, going forward, staying soft, and those sorts of things. But I'll just ride him around here a little bit so you can check him out. Um, yeah, he's not a bad horse by any means. I don't think that I don't think that he's a waste of time or anything of that nature. I just really just wanted you to know that he was here and safe and everything was good. So, and that's gotten just, I mean, way better. He really wants to still sit out there on the end of your bridle reins, and that's fine. At least he's not chucking his head plumb up in the air. But for me and my program and what the things that I'm working on all the time, I really need him to just come to me when I take a hold of those bridle reins. And I'm not gonna knock him off of it if he gets stiff or rigid or anything like that. I'll just kind of pick and pull until he gets soft, and then quit pulling, and then they just over time they get a lot softer. Mhm. I like that, and that's kind of what we're going for. See, and that's kind of where we were at early on, and that's he's going to revert back to that. Maybe forever, but the more times that we remind him, the quicker he's going to come back and just get. See right here, this one really follow his nose right there, and I don't hold it against him. We're loping towards his house, and he kind of wants to go there. This is one of the things that we're going to be working on. Okay, I'm not going to pull this horse into the ground for a while. It's because it's just going to make him stiffer. So if he's not going to stop in a certain place, I'll just pull him back from the fence and bring him back over here and ask him again. I'll probably slow it down a little bit, make it a little easier, and ask again. Ooh. Yeah, not really. He kind of slowed down, but I think he can do better. Ooh. There we go. And I'm just looking for those little improvements, just so I got a place to build from. And him and I, we still don't know each other good enough to know what the other one's thinking. Man, excuse me. We still don't know each other well enough to know what's going to happen before it goes down, and so we're just kind of trying to get to know each other, I guess, still, and trying to throw together some of these maneuvers and make a upstanding citizen out of him. Ooh, there we go. For all I know, I'm out of frame, but anyways, Cowboy's doing good, and Dude is going to be a really nice colt. He's um, not far enough along that I even felt like making a video. The round pen's tough to video in just because there's no good place to see him. All you see is just a flash of coontail sorrel go by, but he's going to be a really nice colt. I actually wish he was a year younger because we might have had a futurity prospect there. But not saying that it's out of the question, but he's just he's a year behind all the other two, because he's coming 3. So, but yeah, everybody's doing good and healthy and settled in just fine.